And for my PBL project, I decided to plan and design a Mars colony. So the main question for my topic is the colonization of Mars a reality? And this ties along with why I chose this project, because the answer is yes, and it's actually the next step for human space exploration. And said by SpaceX CEO, he already released like a detailed plan of how he decides to colonize Mars. So kind of like a brief overview is that in 2022, he's going to send 2 cargo ships to Mars, like with all like the, what's it called, the structures they need to build a colony. And then in 2024, they're going to send 2 more cargo ships with 2 manned missions. So like in 2024 is when we're actually going to step foot on Mars. And the reason why they're 2 years apart is because every 2 years, the way that Earth and Mars rotate the sun to the shortest distance, so that would be like the most cost-effective way. And so this is what he released. Like this is like a very futuristic plan, but this is like 2050. He decides that this is what he wants it to look like. And so right away when I was researching, can you? It doesn't matter. It's like half it's cut off.
Martian? Is it like a reciprocal?
A superhero? What did you say?
Oh, nothing. Martian.
Alright, so the first of the problems I came up with was the landscape. So Mars consists mostly of giant volcanoes, craters, and canyons. And so whenever you need to build a colony, you gotta have like a large, you need like a large flat area of land, so that's the first step that I'm thinking of, so that's the first step. And another problem I came up was Mars's gravity. So it's 38% equivalent to Earth's, meaning that if you weighed 100 pounds on Earth, you'd only weigh 38 pounds on Mars. And so I'm pretty sure you guys know, but astronauts every day, they work out about 3 hours, because if you don't, then your bones and muscles start deteriorating. And so Mars, they're gonna have to do the exact same thing, so when they come back to Earth, they don't just like die. And so the average climate on Mars is negative 81 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's due to the fact that it's farther away from the sun than we are. And to cope with that, they're going to have to use heat preservation technology, which is present in the ISS. And the final issue is that unlike Earth, Mars does not have oxygen in the atmosphere and is 95.3% carbon dioxide. And so some technology that I found that would help me out in designing my colony is the first one is the Z2 spacesuit, and this was designed by NASA. And basically what it is instead of the traditional spacesuit that we're used to, that's all white, this one is designed specifically for Mars and not surviving in space. And the second piece of technology I found was the WAVAR, or the water absorption reactor. And this was designed by researchers at the University of Washington. And basically what this does, it's like a dehumidifier. It filters out the oxygen, filters out the air, the humid climate, and creates water for the astronauts. And this next device, which I think is the most important, it's called the MOXIE, and very similar to a tree, it takes the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and transforms it into air. And the last one, which is solar panels, that's nothing new, but that'll be the sole source of power for the colony on Mars. And so now that I've planned my colony, I had to design it. So I used a computer software called CAD, or Autodesk Inventor. And basically what this is, it's a computer software that allows you to create models in 2D or 3D. And this helps me out a lot. And so for my project, I created 3 different stages of my colony: developmental stage, advanced developmental stage, and a self-sufficient stage. So the first of these being is the developmental stage. And this is when humans first land on Mars. You know, they need a little structure to live in. This can house 4 people, includes 4 beds, a restroom, shower. And then I designed a workspace. So this in the middle, we select the golden top. That's where they're gonna do all the computers, the communications technology, and like little workout equipment. And the thing to the very right is the docking, which are gonna keep all their spacesuits and extra storage. And the black panels you see, those are the solar panels. And so this is around, I would say 2026 to 2028. This is when they're gonna start sending more people to Mars, and they're gonna expand their colony. And what's different about this one is that it includes now a gym, like a proper gym, and a storage area. And this one can now house 12 people. And this one has landing pads, so you can send more people to more like ships to Mars. And the final thing, wait, this is wait. So this is where it actually becomes a colony. And I'm gonna call it the self-sufficient stage. It's because now it has a botany station, and that's important because instead of relying on Earth, they can now they don't need the aid from Earth to survive, because they're now gonna have all 5 components of life. So it's water, food, oxygen, shelter, and energy. And so that's important because we can now live on Mars without the aid of Earth. So it's like if Earth, let's say in the future, like Earth somehow like dies or like gets destroyed, we can now just live on Mars, no problem. And thank you.